I did not want to make this video. I did not want to make this video, but I feel like I have no other choice. I feel like I have no other choice. I will never buy anything from Best Buy ever again. November 16th, 2025, I purchased a washer and a dryer and a dishwasher from Best Buy, from the store. 2 days later, they were able to deliver the washer and dryer. That was no problem. I love my new washer and dryer. But the dishwasher, they needed a special installer to do that. So they couldn't do that until like the first week of December. I was like, okay, fine, that's fine. December 5th, I believe it was, came and they delivered my new dishwasher. It was a Samsung, and one of the racks was broken. So the installer let me know right away, the rack is broken. I'm going to install this. You can still use it. Just don't use that rack. And you'll have to call Best Buy and get a replacement unit scheduled for delivery, and they'll take away the broken one. That was fine. No problem. These things happen. December 15th is when I was supposed to get the replacement model. But on the 15th, like a half hour after the latest time they said they were supposed to be here, I got a call saying that the truck was broke down on the side of the road. They were sending rescue. So I would have to call again the next day to reschedule. Fine, okay. These things happen. I'm just having bad luck. So I called the next day to reschedule, and they tell me that they show that my unit was delivered, that the transaction already took place. I'm like, they never came. The truck never showed. Rescue had to go get the truck. Therefore, I had to speak to like probably 3 different other people to get this corrected. When it was finally corrected, I got a new date for later in December for my new unit to be delivered. A few days later, I get an email saying my order was canceled. What? Why? So I had to make another phone call to find out why my order was canceled. Oh, your order was canceled, ma'am, because that model is no longer in stock. What happened to the model that was on the truck that was supposed to be delivered here that day that broke down? Where's that one? So basically, I had to pick another Samsung model. The only one they had available was the kind that does not have like a handle. You just wave your hand and it opens, something like that. So we went ahead and scheduled for the different model to be delivered, but this time they couldn't get anyone out until the second week of January. At this point, I'm already frustrated, but what else can I do? They already took away my old dishwasher. It's not like I could just cancel the whole order and get my money back. So I did something probably stupid of me to do, but I went down to the Best Buy store and I ended up upgrading. I got a Bosch instead. I heard Bosch were the best and I wanted a Bosch. They had no problem upgrading me. They set up a new date for delivery. The date came in January, second week of January. They delivered the new Bosch. That Bosch, the first time I used it, it fried mid-cycle. Dead. No power going to the unit whatsoever. Believe me, we checked the plug, plugged the hairdryer in the plug worked. The machine was fried. At this point, I'm thinking, I'm just doomed to not have a dishwasher, just to wash dishes by hand. And I know there's bigger problems in the world than having to wash my dishes by hand, but I paid a lot of money for an item from a big store. I expect to get that item. So I had to call Best Buy again, set up another date to get a replacement for the broken dishwasher. They set it up for later in January. This was just like a week or so ago, and the new one was delivered, but they delivered the wrong model. They delivered like the lesser model, not the expensive one I paid for. This was a louder, much lesser model. I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. At this point, I just wanted to cry. And to make things even worse, the installer that took off his shoes at my front door, oh my God, his feet stunk so bad. It stunk up my whole house. I mean, it was rancid. I mean, we had to go into another room. It smelled so bad. And they were here for like 2 hours. I had to go through this. It was disgusting. I didn't want to embarrass them or anything, but it was disgusting. It took 2 hours for them to install the new Bosch. They went ahead and installed the wrong model so at least I'd have something to use until I can call and get a replacement for the correct model, the model that I paid for. But the weather outside here in Michigan has been so freaking cold. It was frozen. They couldn't get it to work. So they had to wait for it to thaw and keep pouring warm water down in there. Finally, after 2 hours, they got this thing working. They left. It took me an hour to get that stench out of my house. I had to scrub my floors. I had to deodorize the carpet, the little rug that's in front of my sink that the guy's feet were on. It was just, oh my God. So since then, that was about a week ago. I've been playing phone. I've been like calling Best Buy. No one's calling me back. Trying to schedule another date to get the right model that I paid for delivered and swapped out for the one that they left here. Nobody can help me. The only delivery date they had available is for a date that I'm going to be out of town next week. So I tried to get something a little sooner. I asked to speak to managers. Nobody's calling me back. Nobody can get a manager that can actually do something to help me on the phone. Nothing is being done. After an hour of just being on the phone with them, an hour being on the phone with them, they finally set a date. The soonest date they can get in is February 17th. Okay, at this point, it'll be 3 months since I've paid for this dishwasher. What's gonna happen on February 17th when they finally deliver this dishwasher? What's gonna happen? Is it gonna be the right model? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna break? Is the guy gonna have stinky feet? I don't know what to do at this point. I am so frustrated. Nobody's helping me. They can't even give me a phone number to a department that has a manager that can help me get this resolved. You'd think with all the trouble they've put me through, they would go out of their way to find some kind of solution to help me. Nothing's being done. Nothing. I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point. I'll just wait till the 17th, I guess. I don't understand this. I will never, ever buy from Best Buy again. Ever. They're dead to me. Dead to me. Any of you seeing this, if you could tag Best Buy, that would help. Or if anybody knows of someone I can get a hold of that actually can do something to help me, that would be great. I'm sick of not having answers. I'm sick of all these problems I'm having. I'm afraid that I'm just going to have more problems and more problems. Like, is this going to go on forever? All I want is the Bosch dishwasher that I paid for. That's all I want. And for some reason, nobody at Best Buy can make this right. This makes no sense.